We recently interviewed a James Hewitt, who is a sports scientist, and he's spent a lot of his career focusing on cyclists, and he says one of the reasons for that is it's very simple, unlike boxing, because he said in boxing, physical performance is one part of it, but there's a lot of thinking and technique.
Absolutely.
He said to a great extent in cycling it's very simple. If he can get people to pedal harder, faster and longer, then they're going to be better cyclists. And he said that therefore it's very easy from a science perspective to, with nutrition, with supplementation, with science, to measure pre, post, see the difference, it's working. He said he felt obviously there's a major part for it to play in boxing, but it was a little bit harder to measure it. Now we move on to one part of the sports science world, which is your supplementation. Now, I understand that you're a biosynergy ambassador. How did that come about?
At my university, one of the sports scholars who's a world championship sailor was taking the supplements, and he was talking to me one day about how much it helps him, and then he got me into contact with the biosynergy people, and we worked out that I could be a positive ambassador for them, and it's been a wonderful relationship.
Okay, now what products do you use from the supplementation perspective?
The main product that I would use is a biosynergy Whey Better. I like it in chocolate flavour, delicious. It's
because I think it comes in several flavours.
It comes in there's cookies and cream, strawberry, but I prefer the chocolate. And from the first, I took a small amount just to see how I enjoyed it, because I hadn't really taken supplements before, and instantly I could see that my recovery was better, because even though it's amateur boxing and you don't get paid for it at this stage, I still I have high dreams and aspirations, so you need to be training 2 or 3 times a day if possible. So what I realised is that before the protein, it was sort of hard to recover, training in the morning, and training in the afternoon, training in the evening. Once I started taking it post and pre-sessions, my recovery started to get better, so I could do the increased training sessions without a wear and tear on my body and feeling strong and fit for each one.
So one positive factor for you of the product is it aids very seriously recovery.
Yeah, absolutely.
And does it help anything else?
The main thing that it helps me with is recovery, but also I don't know how to in terms of pushing myself through the sessions in the afternoon and evening. It does help, because you feel better recovered, and it does help you get through the sessions.
Yeah, because the Whey Better is also supposed to assist, and I know that it does, in size and strength. Size of muscle and the strength of the muscle.
I think that also ties in with the strength and conditioning that I do, and that's when it does help best, because when you do the weights, it does tear on your muscles, and the Whey Better does help to replenish them. So obviously my focus is not weight gain, because I have to come down to
cut weight.
You have to cut weight to get to the cruiserweight or heavyweight in amateur boxing limit. So it doesn't help with the size, but however it does help with the toning for me, because where it's such a versatile product, depending on what training you're doing, it just aids it. So where I train for power as well as toning, it helps in that. And
aspect. You take that how many times a day, did you say?
It depends how many training sessions I'm doing. So if I'm doing 2 sessions, I'll take it 4 times before and after each session. So that does help. And sometimes I take it also as a supplement for after, for bedtime, basically. I take it in the evening sometimes, because sometimes making weight you have to cut down and stuff. So I can even use it sometimes as a meal replacement.
Generally, what training do you do a day, and what does that consist of? And times and all that sort of thing.
Most times I'd wake up 7 o'clock, go for a morning run, just clear my lungs, get my body ready for training ahead. Come home, I'd either run for around 30 to 45 minutes just to get myself loose and ready. Then I'd have strength and conditioning. Starts around 10, 11 on the days I have university, and that goes on for anywhere up to 90 minutes of intense work, and then I'll eat whatever else, take my protein shake, and then in the evening around 5, 6 I'll do a boxing session. So that will contain the pads, boxing bags, like focusing on boxing technique. So it would be a run in the morning to work on my endurance, like breathing endurance, then strength and conditioning to work on my power, strength, explosiveness, and then a boxing session to just refine it all and make sure that it's relevant to boxing. So.
And that's how many days a week?
I do that I do strength and conditioning 3 days a week, and then on alternate days I'd do just the boxing and the running. But I try to run anywhere up to 5 times a week and do strength and conditioning at least 3 times, and then boxing as many as 6 times.
So on a busy day, you're training 3 times a day,
yeah.
And on other days, you're training twice a day.
Yeah.
Is there a day off in the week?
That would be a Saturday for me. It would be the day off, yeah. But sometimes it will be, like on a Tuesday, I'll do a lighter run and then a boxing session in the evening. But it's, especially when it leads up to competitions and stuff like that, that's the way it has to be. Because.
And obviously your strength and conditioning is at university.
Yeah.
And your training your boxing training is where?
It's in Hackney. It's in Hackney.
And what club is it?
It's called Champions Gym, because I used to train at TKO, and that's unfortunately been shut down. So now I'm at Champions Boxing Gym. But the amateur gym that I box out of is Dagenham Amateur Boxing Club, which is in Dagenham by Dagenham Heathway.
And who's your coach?
They're Dan O'Sullivan and the Dagenham coaches, and then my coach at Hackney is Brian O'Shaughnessy.